music since I was a little kid. I started playing instruments when I was really young and just kind of started on anything I get my hands on. And then when I was about 13, I discovered kind of electronic music and that I could make music at home and start recording music, which was, you know, a studio seemed totally unattainable, but having a little computer and a keyboard or whatever was an easy way in. I guess that's how I started making electronic music, and I'm working the same way still 4 albums later or whatever. So I started making music and had been at it for almost 10 years, and then was starting to make stuff that I was happy with, and met this guy Kieran Hebden, who's become a really good friend, and he releases music under the name Fortet. And just passed along some music to him, and he passed it along to the label that started putting it out, Leap. So it was as simple as that. I mean, it was kind of exactly when I was starting to be happy with the music I was making. Yeah, when I'm recording the albums, it's just me at home playing all the parts on the record, apart from there's some samples and things thrown in there. But when I'm recording, it's just me by myself. And then to turn it into something live, the band gets together and kind of takes those songs apart and reconstitutes them in a way that's kind of the most exciting to play live. So I've got 2 drum kits and a big kind of wall of noise kind of sound and stuff. Make it as kind of physical as possible. We've got actually, on stage it's mostly, I mean it's essentially a live band playing, but we also have video that's kind of synced up to what we're doing musically. So that is kind of, the video is kind of triggered by a program that's also triggering samples and stuff occasionally. The just kind of incidental things like harp kind of sounds and horn sounds that we aren't playing on stage or whatever. And that kind of a feed from that to the drummer keeps him in time with what's going on in the visuals and stuff. But as much as possible, I feel this is really the first time that we've had a kind of freedom to play as musicians, and if we change the songs we play, the visuals, because they're being triggered by what's going on the laptop, kind of adapt to that, and it still allows us to play as a band rather than kind of being a slave to what's going on. the focus for me with this album was about writing songs, about kind of composition rather than, I mean, it's still about production. But my last albums they've just been made out of loops. There's not been any process of kind of writing music and then recording it. It's all kind of happened at the same time. And this album was the first one where I sat down and kind of really carefully wrote and arranged all the songs before I started recording them. I think those kind of, I wanted every track to be a song, you know. In the past, some tracks have been on the albums just because of some interesting kind of something that I found sonically interesting, some kind of sounds going together or something rhythmic. With this album, it was all about kind of melodies and harmonies and compositional kind of ideas. All the hope I had has gone away. All I had has come undone. When you smile, it melts away again. Spend a year almost, you know, locked away in my apartment, not going out too much at all, recording all the time, and then the next year is out there every single night, like meeting people and going out, very kind of social life and whatever, but playing music live and stuff. So by the time I've had a year of touring, I'm just ready to get back and start making another album. I'm kind of itching to record some more music, so I'm sure that's what I'll do after we finish this 3 months of touring. I'll be back to recording some more music.